Hi, welcome to a new video. It's been a while, I know. We need to be very quick because this stupid app where I upload my shit on, where I make my videos, record my videos on, does not work for some reason, and it keeps glitching out. I think I'm fucked, yo, boys. I think I'm cooked, y'all. So we're just gonna try one more time and see if it works this time. Sorry for leaving for so long. I know it's been a month. We don't talk about that. Let's react to the video now.
The intruder. The intruder doesn't knock, doesn't break in, and never waits for permission. He simply appears.
Look at this goofy guy, bro. What is this
already
guy?
Inside your home, already watching, already smiling. Originating from the Mandela catalog,
Well, what is here? What is here? Nothing. Okay, good to know.
the intruder is one of the most iconic and disturbing figures in analog horror. While many entities in the series rely on psychological manipulation or mimicry, the intruder is different. He's not pretending to be anyone.
Who does he think I is?
Not trying to blend in. He exists solely to terrify. His face an unnatural stretch of skin and teeth, like a corrupted image file come to life. What makes the intruder so effective
This guy is so
is
goofy.
the way he's first revealed, through a warped, unsettling home safety video that feels like it wasn't meant for human eyes. The video instructs viewers to avoid engaging with any unfamiliar persons, and to hide immediately if an unidentified
Oh, actually, look at this guy's face, bro. Who is this? Goofy?
visitor is inside. The voice is robotic, the footage glitchy, and then cut to static, and you see him. His eyes are hollow, his mouth is too wide. His presence is wrong in a way your brain can't quite articulate, but your
Yeah.
body understands perfectly. Just
Alright.
imagine that moment. A face
bro.
bursting out of the screen. From that point on,
Alright,
looking
man.
at any screen never feels the same again. Unlike the
Okay.
alternates who imitate and infiltrate, the intruder is direct. He doesn't impersonate.
He comes out of he comes out of a TV, like in The Ring, and he doesn't impersonate.
He
Okay.
invades. He's the analog horror version of a home invasion nightmare, amplified through corrupted video feeds and unsettling silence. Somehow, that silence is louder than any scream. He doesn't need to
Makes
speak.
no sense.
He's already
Okay.
said enough just by standing there. Trucidatum carnis. Trucidatum
Damn. What? Crusader Curtis.
carnis waits in the dark, speaking with your voice before you even realize you're alone. It
Oh.
whispers your name from the darkness, and it whispers it in your own voice. From the deeply unsettling world of Vita Carnis.
What the fuck? What are these? What the fuck am I looking at?
This creature, commonly known as the Mimic, is one of the most terrifying examples of biological horror in analog media. It doesn't kill for survival. It kills because it knows how to become you. Trucidatum carnis is a
Please, I'm sorry, but make that make sense. It kills because it knows you? Because it knows how to be you? What? What does that mean?
formless, flesh-based entity that lurks in the dark corners of urban landscapes, concealing
Yeah.
itself in shadowy alleys, tunnels,
Bro thinks he's a Spider-Man. Hell no.
and even on buses at night. When it finds prey, it uses its grotesque imitation ability to reproduce the exact voice of a human it has previously encountered. It starts with something small, a name, a cough, maybe a laugh, just enough to make you turn your head, and that's when it learns more. Unlike classic doppelganger myths, the Mimic doesn't need to look like you. It becomes you in the dark, when no one else is around. It feeds not
Alright, put on the light. What are you gonna do then?
just on flesh, but on recognition. The moment you say, "Who's there?" it has already won. I can already tell you're imagining how disturbing it would be to hear your own voice.
Bro. I mean, yeah, it would be pretty weird, but I don't know what psychopath walks in your house always with the lights off, but okay. Then why do you even have lights?
Dark. Its voice gets smoother with each victim. The more it learns, the more convincing it becomes.
At least as big as head has a brain in it.
Eventually, it doesn't just sound like you, it speaks like you think. Vita Carnis presents Trucidatum carnis not as a wild animal, but as a horrifying evolutionary anomaly. One that has adapted to mimic the most dangerous creature on the planet. You don't see it coming, you just hear it. And it sounds exactly like home, the Iris. The Iris is more than a watcher. It is a presence that
He's more than a watcher. It's a fucking
rewrites the world
planet.
simply by observing it. From Gemini Home Entertainment, the Iris is not a creature you can fight or even fully comprehend.
No, bro, this guy, look at it. It's literally Pluto. What the fuck do you want to do with it?
It It is a sentient, cosmic-level entity that exists outside of time and biology.
Yeah, it's literally cosmetic, bro. It's literally a planet. What the fuck?
More of an idea than an organism, more of an observer than a monster. But when the iris is watching, things tend to stop making sense. Its form is simple, a massive, unblinking eye, often appearing in distorted footage, warped topographical scans, or corrupted educational videos. But that eye doesn't just stare, it studies. And the longer it lingers on a location, the stranger.
For what? Study for what? For biology. I mean, it doesn't look like an eye, it just looks like a planet to me. It looks like Mars.
Things become. Plants start growing in impossible directions. Animals mutate. People disappear or work.
I mean, first off, both of those things that he said first both happen. I mean, plants grow out of fucking stone. That's not even possible, but it does sometimes. And mutate, I mean, take Chernobyl. Not only animals mutate there.
Transform. Gemini presents the iris as the true source behind Earth's unnatural events. It is not killing anyone directly. It is altering reality at a fundamental level. Just its gaze is enough to twist biology and logic. The horror of the iris lies in its silence. What should scare you isn't what you
Bro, I've never seen a fucking floating eye ever in my life.
might hear from it. It is the way a single look from it can break the entire system. There are no threats, no chases, no blood. Only
If you haven't noticed yet, I don't believe in shit. So,
a slowly building realization that you are being observed by something ancient, and that your world is becoming unfamiliar. It's not hostile. It doesn't need to be. You're not a target. You're an experiment, and it's still watching. The boiled one. The boiled...
it's the only one I know. Look at this guy. Just give it a look real quick. Alright, I'm trying to think of something, but I don't know what to say.
One spreads not through touch or sound, but through the very act of being understood. Introduced in the boiled one phenomenon.
Oh, I had a game on my phone. I think I played a game on my channel with it, right? On this guy. Did I post that? I don't know if I posted it, though. I think I did, right? Not sure, though. Yeah, that was a horrible game, man. It was so easy. Holy.
This entity doesn't rely on physical force. It's a spiritual infection, a creeping curse that
What? What is a demon doing in a fucking church?
travels through media. The boiled one spreads like a virus embedded in a televised program, quietly waiting to be seen, to be understood. It's basically an information virus, and honestly, it is definitely sneakier than YouTube recommendations. Because
Yes.
once you understand it, it's already too late. What is it exactly?
I understand it now.
It's part of the horror. Some believe it is a fallen angel. Others call it a war-born demon. A remnant of ancient violence twisted into a
I mean, it looks like he had hair, but it all got fucked up. It could be a fallen angel.
shape that barely resembles flesh. Its body is swollen and blistered, as if burned by knowledge too dark to contain. Victims
Yeah.
of the boiled one don't simply die, they descend mentally. The creature induces sleep paralysis, during which it whispers incomprehensible truths into the victim's mind. Communication becomes impossible except through Morse code. Isolation becomes total, and no one else can see it. It doesn't knock or scream. It infects through understanding. Watching the wrong tape, hearing the wrong message, or knowing too much is all it takes. The boiled one doesn't want your body. It wants your consciousness, softened and silenced beneath the weight of something unspeakable. If you're still here, you've already tuned into this transmission. So,
Yeah, fuck you, buddy. I'm not calm. Kill yourself.
there is no escape. Subscribe. The painter.
No, of course.
Painter smile.
No, wait, hold on. I'm gonna see. Hold on. Oh, man, fuck off.
Painter.
Okay, here we go. Let's see how many fingers, okay? Damn! That's 4 fingers, and it's on a fucking... And it's a fucking wallpaper. Holy
Painter
shit.
smiles as you scream, because that's the exact
Look at that forehead. Damn. It's already 2.5 fingers, and it's not even her in real life. It's just here on a picture, bro.
shade of red she was
Jesus,
missing.
that's pathetic.
Known as Mona Lanius, the central figure of the Painter series, this entity is not a
Wait.
cosmic
Oh, no,
horror
never mind.
or parasitic organism. She's a person, or rather she was.
Yeah, funny joke, man. Look at this girl. I mean, obviously, I know people with such a forehead, but like, she's a little too pale, you know?
What makes her terrifying isn't what she is, it's what she became. Mona was once an artist, obsessed with capturing the essence of emotion in her work. But obsession rotted into madness, and madness demanded new materials.
So she's just a psycho. She just needs to go to the Gotham Asylum, okay?
Paints weren't enough, canvases weren't enough, so she turned to people. Victims of the painter don't just disappear, they're transformed into her art. Their bodies become brushstrokes, their final moments forever locked into nightmarish murals. She creates with flesh and displays her work in hidden galleries that are never found until it's too late. Her recordings are polite, calm. She speaks with the tone of a thoughtful curator, but behind the voice is an ear.
Okay. Hold on, let me search up oh, hey, fuck off, Jinxie. Let me search up on YouTube probably a video of the painter, okay? Let me have a look real quick. Let me have a look, okay? I'm gonna tell you if it's horrible or not. Go on. What the fuck is this?
You learn about a killer who leaves behind paintings as clues. The paintings depict Fiona, Ian, and they...
Okay, that's just not it. What the fuck am I looking at, bro? I have no idea, bro, what that was, but...
Stillness, the kind of silence that screams. Mona doesn't chase. She invites. She smiles. She makes...
Let's be real. If you fall for this girl, she says, "Oh, do you want to, show me, come out with me, hang out?" Who the fuck says yes to this? And not only the forehead, where you could probably build a fucking plane landing on her forehead. You can probably build that on her forehead. Look at that, bro. She has bigger eyes than my fucking balls. That's crazy.
Makes you feel like you're part of something bigger.
Alright, hold on. That was a joke, okay?
You realize you are the medium. In a world of monsters born from space and sound, the painter is something worse. Human horror perfected. The moon. The moon in local...
The moon. Okay, we had so many good ones, and then they just ran out of ideas. Yeah, let's make the moon an analog horror.
58 isn't a light in the sky, it's a commandment written in orbit. In the world of Local 58, the moon isn't a silent observer in the night sky. It's a lure, a signal, a throne, a trap. For centuries, we've looked up at it for guidance, for wonder, for light. But in this reality, looking up is the last thing you should do. The moon's presence in Local 58 is never direct. It speaks through hijacked broadcasts, subliminal messages, and eerie public service announcements. One infamous message simply reads, "Do not look at the moon." And yet people do, because the real terror isn't in what it does, it's in how it makes you want to obey it. There are recordings of people walking outside in the middle of the night, eyes locked upward, emotionless. They don't respond. They don't speak. They simply walk toward the light, toward whatever is waiting. At one point, a dashboard camera captures a man driving through the woods at night. Screams echo in the distance. The moon hangs low above the treetops, glowing unnaturally. Then the feed cuts, and something breaks through. Not from the sky, but out of it. Local 58 never shows the moon attacking. It doesn't need to. It's worshipped by those who've seen it long enough. In this version of reality, the moon isn't a celestial body. It's an ancient invitation. They say you shouldn't look, but you just can't help yourself, can you? And each time you do, you're answering its call.
I don't make it make sense, bro. I don't...
Alternates. Alternates don't wear masks. They wear your face. Straight from the man...
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. What the fuck did I just
Wees
do?
degene die alles kan veranderen.
Shut the fuck up.
Nu bij Kruidvat alle
I'm
Oral-B
so sorry,
opzetborstels
yo. That's
2,
on me.
4 en 8 pak 2 plus 2
Trevor
gratis.
Henderson.
Kruidvat.
God of roadkill.
Fuck off.
Straight from the man...
Anyway, He wears your face. I know this. Everyone knows this picture. If you play like Gmod, you know that.
Mandela catalog. The alternates are reality's glitch. Entities that infiltrate our world by copying the people we trust. They don't just look like you, they don't just sound like you, they become a version of you that's just off enough to trigger
That's crazy. Bro, fuck off. Like,
something deep and primal. You know that's not them, but you don't know why. Alternates replace family members, friends, even public figures.
wait, that's like that one movie with the black guys, where the black family, they one by one get replaced. It's basically like this, right?
One of the most infamous, alternate Caesar Torres doesn't attack his friend Mark with brute force. He sends him a calm, desperate video message, pretending to be Caesar, asking for help. Mark goes to his house. That's all it takes. They don't chase, they don't scream, they convince. And once they're in your life, they don't just destroy you physically, they make sure you're the one who finishes the job. The horror of alternates
That's horrible. Okay, that's pretty bad. Oh my god.
isn't in their appearance, though that's disturbing enough. Elongated faces, hollow expressions, distorted digital voices. The real horror is what they leave behind. Silence, paranoia, and a world where you can't trust even the face in your mirror. You never see the moment they arrive. You only notice once it's
Okay, this is definitely the worst one yet. Oh my god.
too late, because they don't become you when they copy you. They become you the moment you believe them. Once you believe them, you're no longer the person you remember being. Jack Walton. Jack Walton was never
Who the fuck is this?
found, but
No. 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 Don't do me like that. Come on, man. I need to film a video, bro.
Walton
No,
Files,
there we
Jack
go.
isn't just a missing person. He's the tragedy no one saw coming, buried beneath layers of corporate mascots and corrupted tapes. Once a family man and co-founder of the Bonds Burgers franchise, Jack disappeared under mysterious circumstances. But while the world moved on, something else took his place. That something wears
Bro, what are we on? We're going to a FNAF lore now, bro? What is this?
a cartoon bunny suit. Its name is Bond. At first
Okay, so this is just a ripoff. Alright.
glance, Bond is just another animatronic. Rusty, jerky, with a too-wide grin.
Jerky?
But the
Whoa.
deeper you go into the tapes, the
Damn.
more that grin begins to feel personal. Bond doesn't just move. He reacts. He remembers. And that's because he's not just a machine. He's a coffin. Jack's consciousness, grief, or maybe just his pain has fused with the animatronic. The result isn't a haunted robot. It's a grieving father with no voice, trapped in a corporate mascot built to entertain children. The horror here isn't loud.
Yeah, so this is just basically a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff. What are we doing here, man? Come on.
It's slow. It's in the glitchy training videos, in the missing posters, in the way
Bro,
Bond
his face is
tilts his head like
crazy.
he knows exactly who you are. Jack Walton never left Bond.
Bro, he looks like the average guy, bro. He looks like the average guy from, like, Mexico who went to study in America. That's racist. Oh, no. Please don't cancel me.
Bond's Burgers. He just stopped being Jack. Honestly, I have to admit, just talking about some of these still creeps me out a little.
Yeah, I don't. Fuck yeah, no, I'm joking. Thank y'all for tuning into the video. It's been a while. I'm hoping to upload in 3 days again. 2 days. Yes, 2 days. See you until then. I'm not saying that I am. I'm just saying I want to.